Yo, what's up everybody? I'm trying to make this video as quick and sweet, short, simple, not sweet, but as simple as possible. Question: should teachers carry weapons in school? I'll be the first to say I don't think that every teacher out there needs a gun. Half of them can't even finish up their lesson plans on time, let alone give them the responsibility of carrying a weapon and protecting our children. So no, I don't believe every teacher out there should have a gun or a weapon in school. That being said, I do believe there are people in school, some teachers, some administration, that I do believe are capable of protecting our children and responsible enough to carry weapons in school. I work in two different schools, and I can tell you down that I work with a couple people who've all served in the service before. I work with former Marines, former people that were in the Army, the Navy, and stuff like that. So to me, those are the people I would say I trust to carry a weapon. As for the teachers, I think it should be a volunteer thing. I think if a teacher feels like they are responsible enough to handle that, and based off the judgment of the principal, I think that's how you should know whether to consider giving that teacher a weapon or not. And as for where the weapon should be, I feel like the weapon should be stowed inside of a safe in the classroom, not on the person. And that way, if anybody ever comes, shooting into school and trying to get into your classroom, I'd rather the teacher be in there locked and loaded, ready to go, instead of hoping and praying that they don't get through the door. I feel like there's two different type of people when it comes to situations like this. There's a type of people who, think of themselves first, and the type of people who always want to help others. My family, my wife, my kids, they all know me. They know well enough to know that if anything ever happens in my school, I'm not going to hide behind my desk and hope that the problem goes away. I'm actually going to go out and try to save as many people as I can, go out and try to help as many kids as I can, and if able to eliminate the threat, then I'll definitely do my best effort to try to eliminate the threat. That's just the way I am. People could call it stupid. People could say, well, that's dumb. If you're safe, just stay safe, wait till the cops get there. But I'm not going to duck down and hide behind my desk while somebody goes around trying to kill your kids. It's just not in my system. I saw a teacher, he made a video talking about, if you give me a gun, you're putting a bullseye on my back. I hate to break it to you, but you already have a bullseye on your back. When you have a mass shooter, they're not coming inside that school thinking to themselves, let me find the people the people who have guns so I can take them out first. They're going to shoot and try to kill anybody and everybody that they possibly can, whether you have a weapon or not. See, teachers like that are the type of people I don't want my kids to be in their classroom, because I know when it comes down to it, when their life is on the line and my child's life is on the line, they're going to put their life first. They're not going to do like the heroes that we had at Stoneman Douglas and stand in front of your children and take the bullets for your kids. They're not going to do it. They're going to duck down, hide, and hope and pray that they survive regardless whether or not your kids do or don't survive. Those are the teachers that shouldn't have weapons. Those are the teachers that shouldn't have guns. But see, there's other people out there, like I said, who are already concealed and carry licensed, former military people who work in these school systems that won't hesitate to step up to a challenge like that. They won't hesitate to step up and try to eliminate a threat like that. And I'm not saying this is the only way to get things done. You understand? Because I know there's a school in Indiana that has this unbelievable security system. Yeah, but it's $400,000 as well. Like, I don't know about you, but a lot of schools ain't got $400,000 to spend on a security system. You understand? Heck, half of them are losing their band programs and science programs, let alone to put $400K into a security system. And on top of that, that school is an indoor school. I work at two outdoor schools, man. Every time I drive up, I see kids jumping the fence to skip school, or kids jumping the fence to sneak into school. Like, if people can sneak in like that easy, then people can sneak in with a weapon. And one thing I can guarantee you is no matter what we do, you're not going to be able to stop people from getting their hands on stuff that they want, regardless of what ban and legislation you put into effect. And honestly, I'd rather somebody be able to protect my children by being able to fire back than just hoping and praying that the person doesn't come into their room. Like they say, man, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. And Like I said, I don't believe that they all should just be walking around with weapons on them. I believe they should be locked up in a box in case, you know, they need to lock their doors to keep the people out. They can at least pull a weapon in case the person does get in. If you can afford the security system, go for it. There needs to be more people on campus who are ready and trained for specific situations like that. And like I said, a lot of these people that we have on campus that were military, they're already trained for situations like that. You know, and then there's other people like me who, you know, trained or not, when it comes to that, man, I'm not going to sit around and just watch. So I know a lot of people might not like it, and they might think, you know, you don't stop guns by putting more guns in there. Actually, that's what you do. Because see, the thing is that if somebody comes on your campus with a gun, who do you call? The people with guns to come stop the person with the gun from killing everybody. So you could definitely look at maybe saving a lot of lives if you have a couple people who are brave enough to step out there, and they already do it anyway. They're already on campus anyway. They're already going to step out there and try to protect anyway. I know a few. It'd be a lot better if they could step out there and protect while actually being able to take down the threat as well. Anyway, you know, that's my 2 cents. You know, you ain't got to agree with it. That's my opinion. You know, like the video if you like it. I'd say dislike it if there was a dislike button, but there's not. Share it if you agree. And, you know, leave a comment on what you think if there's a better solution in your mind. Because at the end of the day, you're not going to stop crazy people from doing crazy things. It's just going to happen. And I know people say, well, when did we get to this point in life? It doesn't matter when we got to this point. We're there. So what are we going to do now? Anyway, that's my 2 cents. You can spend it how you want to. Peace. Oh, yeah. One last thing. I am a job coach. I am a teacher. I am a tutor. I am a Freestyle Friday coach. I am a jiu-jitsu instructor. I am a shoulder for your kid to cry on when they've had a bad day at school or at home. I am a lot of things that are not in my description. I am a psychiatrist occasionally, depending on how crazy your kids are. None of this stuff was in my job description. I had a kid come tell me that he considered going back to selling drugs. How wonderful would it have been if I said, well, you know what? I'm just here to teach, man. You know, you want to act like teacher's job is just to teach and that these kids aren't our responsibility? That's funny, because when you go on field trips and these kids try to run off and you say, hey, you can't go over there. And they go, why? You say, because you're my responsibility. I am a protector. Always have been, always will be. You want to make a real impact on these kids' lives? Sometimes as a teacher, you have to do more than just teach. Now, that's my 2 cents. Spend it how you want to.